All right, coach, coming off Frozen Fenway, big venue, heading into this week now, opening the new rink, ribbon cutting ceremony tonight, and then you guys face Northeastern again on Saturday. Just want to get your thoughts heading into the weekend with all the excitement around the rink, having already faced Northeastern once. How's everything going?
Well, it's certainly been busy, to say the least, but, I guess the good thing is that we're playing Northeastern, who we just played last week. So we're not really preparing for a new team. We have a pretty good feel for how they play, and they're certainly extremely talented, as we saw last weekend. So from that standpoint, it's been good not having with all that's going on this week, and the excitement with the new arena, having an opponent we just played last week has made things a little bit easier on our staff from that standpoint.
All right, we'll open up to questions. Dom, you want to start us off?
Yeah, good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Dom.
Can you kind of describe for me what your thoughts, emotions were, what the team's mood was like that first time you walked through the door, dressed, got on the ice and in the new arena? What was said? What was that moment like?
It was, I've described it as like, my kids waiting at the top of the stairs Christmas morning, waiting to come down. They were already there, bags packed at 9:30. There was 2 Mondays ago. And when they came over, I just let them walk around the building for a half hour, 40 minutes and see everything it has to offer. So that was kind of neat. But, one thing, Dom, that I didn't know this until I got in my office, and you start, when I look out my office window, I see the Freitas. Mm-hmm. And I think it's really important because I wanted, and I'm going to explain again to our players that it's always good. You can't forget your roots, and I'm really excited this weekend that, the first 3 captains I had here, Billy Latta, Ryan Tyson, and Pat Kirtland, are all coming back this weekend. And every time I look at the Freitas, I think of them and guys like that helped build the program to where it is today. And I don't want our guys, they're never going to have the privilege to play their college career in a beautiful building that we have now. And these kids are, but I don't want them to forget the players that came before them that helped build the program to where it is today.
Joe, we'll head over to you. Oh, looks like we still can't hear you, Joe. If you want to type it in chat, Joe, I'll read it to Coach.
Gotta christen the new rink by having someone be on mute on one of these.
Throw it back to Jerry.
All right, Coach, from Joe. He's wondering, are there any, excuse me, any amenities that the players like best with the new rink?
Oh, there's so many. I think they love the shooting room. The lounge, has a ping pong table, and I guess, to answer your question, Joe, what's today? I'm losing track of days. Today's Thursday. Tuesday, I was going for a workout after practice, and there were 5 or 6 kids in the weight room. And I said to Mo, would they miss our workout today? And she's like, no, they're in here doing extra. And that never happened really in the old rink, because in the middle of the winter, are you really going to bundle up and walk over to Schenkman to get an extra workout in? Or sometimes those weight rooms are being used. So, seeing kids here 2 hours before practice, because they can hang out in the lounge, or they can go shoot pucks, or maybe they're going to get a cold tub before. They don't have to fill up a Rubbermaid tub with Zamboni ice and cold water anymore. They have a proper facility to get if they want to use the cold tub or hot tub. So I think they're enjoying all of it.
And then another one from Coach Joe, Coach. What makes Northeastern's top line so good?
Oh, they're just supremely talented. McDonough's been a talented goal scorer in this league for a long time. He's got a great release, and he's a goal scorer. There's nothing else you can say about him. Raskovian's just a really good two-way player who seems to make timely plays in every game. And Lund is a young, talented kid who can really skate with a ton of skill. So they got a lot of other good players behind them too. They're a very good offensive team. And I think they've added some good pieces on the back end too, with McDonald and Dorrington, and Struble. They're all heavy players. So, and obviously Levi's an excellent goaltender. So they're talented from goal, defense to forwards.
Go ahead, Andrew.
I think I wasn't quite as familiar with the layout of the campus. I'm just curious, what were you guys doing before when you wanted to have like a film session or anything like that? Did you have the space in Freitas to go over that, or?
We would always show film in our locker room. I guess, that wasn't the biggest issue, Andrew. I think, as I said, the hydrotherapy area that we have here in this facility, we did not have.
Yep.
The training room was very, very small. We did not have a weight room. So our kids would have to go outside and walk over to most of the time Shankman, or it has have recently RZA. But the problem with that is there's other teams that use those as well. So when you get out of practice, sometimes they're occupied and you can't get in there. So now where we have just a weight room strictly for the men's and women's teams, it just allows the kids to train and develop, properly.
When you mentioned about remembering you're going to have your three first captains there and just what it took to build the program. I know just as a kid, whenever my family would get a new car, my father would always make sure that we took care of it. Are you sort of impressing upon the players to you making sure they pick up and clean up after themselves, pick up the towels, put everything away?
Well, they had to do that in the old rink.
Right.
I made sure that was, we did that in the old rink. I think no matter what, my philosophy is we're going to take care of it. So that's something that has been ingrained in them for a while. So I don't think that's going to go anywhere.
All right, Joe, go ahead.
Kath, can you hear me?
I got you now, Joe.
Perfect. Just a little engineering. Do you worry at all that your kids will come out too charged up on Saturday night, sellout crowd, new building, wanting to get back at Northeastern?
No, I think we've got a pretty professional team. I think, of course, they're going to be excited, and who wouldn't be? And Northeastern's going to be excited. When we go on the road and we play in a sellout arena, at Maine, we get charged up as well. So they're a really good team, and we've had a lot of history with them with last year in the playoffs, and we've played them quite a bit over the past couple of years. So I think our guys, that will wear off quickly, Joe, and we'll get down to playing hockey pretty soon, quickly into that game, I would believe.
Anything else for Coach, guys?
I'd be more worried, Joe, if we don't come out and we're not excited.
Right. I'll take Connolly's spot. Everybody healthy?
Yes. As of today.
Yeah, Hudson, I asked you the same question that I asked Coach, but describe for me the moment when you guys, for you personally or the team personally, first walked into the new building for your first time there. What it was like, what you guys felt like, what it felt like to get on the ice there. What was that day, that moment like? I guess it was a week ago Monday.
Yeah, it was special. To put it simply, it was really special. And I think coming back from Christmas, a lot of us being from out of the country and on the West Coast, leaving on Christmas Day wasn't the best. But when we got to come back and walk into that new rink, it almost was like Christmas Day just a week later. So it was a really special feeling for all of us, and something that's been a long time coming for this program. And guys in the past have earned and worked for this, and we're the beneficiaries this time, and we're hoping to continue to grow and improve this program for the better.
Joe, we'll go over to you.
Thanks. Hudson, of all the things that you have in Toscano that you didn't have in Freitas, as an individual, what do you like best?
Ooh, that's a tough one. There's a lot. There's definitely a lot. I'm gonna say the players' lounge. That's probably my favorite part. There wasn't really a place like that in the Fritas where we could all just kind of go hang out and watch hockey, have fun, and hang out together before or after practice. So having that as an area to just kind of bond and be with the guys as much as possible is an awesome feature to have.
Has somebody established themselves as the best ping pong player yet?
Yeah, I mean, I actually think that there's been some rankings that came out. I don't know if I know them off the top of my head, but I heard Teverberg's near the top, and I think Jake Black's not a bad player. There's a couple guys that have some experience, especially over me. I'm near the bottom, unfortunately, but a lot of time for improvement there.
Thanks.
Daniel, we'll head over to you.
How do you decide what hockey games that you're watching? Are you watching NHL? Are you watching other college games?
Yeah, well, I mean, we had to watch the World Juniors when that was on. There's always a bit of a rivalry going around the room when that comes on over Christmas break, and it's always a good reminder for the Americans that when they get put in their place, Canada can beat them a few times. So I like it when Canada has success, especially when that. But no, other than that, we watch NHL games or even football games and stuff, and it's good. It's a lot of fun. It's great.
What percentage do you get in that shooting room?
Oh yeah, wow. I actually got blisters on my hand a couple of days ago. I think there's a lot of blisters going around the team because everyone got all excited to use that room. But no, I think a lot of guys are putting in some good work in that room. And again, it's just we're so thankful. We're thankful for everyone who put money into this program and who built this rink for us to allow us to be the best version of ourselves.
Cav was just talking with us about how you have to remember your roots and remembering Freitas. So is there one thing about the old rink that, good or bad, just is forever going to stick in your brain?
I don't know if there's one thing specifically. I think kind of the overall embodiment of the arena and just kind of playing that and having that as a D1 blue collar facility and the success we were able to have with that is something that should stick with us. I think it's been said multiple times, this new rink isn't going to win us games at all. There's no, bounces we're going to get all of a sudden with this new rink. It's going to come from the work we do and we put in. And I think when we look across the street and see that building, it sticks with us in the back of our mind.
Joe, we'll head over to you.
Thanks. Hudson, first off, what was the experience like on Saturday playing at Fenway? Are you a baseball fan? Did you understand the significance? Were the Massachusetts guys over the top about playing there? What was the whole experience like?
Yeah, man, that was a really cool experience, to be honest. Obviously, it would have been really nice to get the 3 points and get the win there, but still looking back on that, it's crazy. I've been to a couple Red Sox games actually, and my family's a pretty big Blue Jays fan up in Canada, so I definitely knew the significance of kind of where I was, and the feeling was very surreal. Even still, when I think about it, look back, I can't help but just kind of smile. When you see pictures and stuff floating around of yourself playing in front of the Green Monster and 22,000 fans that were there, it's special. Obviously we would have liked to get that win, but the experience for all of us was a really cool one for sure.
From a hockey standpoint, what do you have to do better as a team on Saturday as opposed to what you did against Northeastern up at Fenway?
Yeah, I think we have to get a little grittier. We got to find ways to get some dirtier goals around the net and get some more secondary opportunities is a big thing. They're an opportunistic team. Props to them. The last game, they didn't miss on too many of their chances. They executed well off the rush. So I think we got to do a little bit better of a job back pressuring and making them kind of force plays at the blue line and taking pucks out of their hand and kind of keeping it in our hands. You don't want guys, their forwards to have the puck a lot during the game. They're skilled, they're fast, they move the puck well. So taking it out of their hands and keeping the puck in our hands, kind of controlling possession, keeping pucks down low, cycling pucks, funneling to the net, pucks and bodies there. I think, we should have success on Saturday doing that.
Daniel, we'll head over to you.
I know it was before Cavs time and before the program was even D1, but how much have you ever heard, if anything, about the old outdoor rink at UConn?
Oh, I've heard rumors about it. I haven't heard too much about it fully, but no, that would have been cool. I wish they kind of still had one, or maybe they should open one back up. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Anything else for Hudson, guys?
Yeah, what's that jersey over your shoulder?
Oh, that's it's my Surrey Eagles jersey from the BCHL. This is my last year juniors. I got traded there from Salmon Arm. Had an unbelievable coach, Cam Keith, did a great job with our program. It's actually a crazy story. We started it out like really bad. We were last place in the mainland at Christmas, made a bunch of trades and had this unbelievable second half push. So our team's looking to have that same second half push right now. So it's exciting.
You got your Hooksy jersey up too?
Oh no, I'm still working on that. I think that's going to be a framed one. I might have to get that one framed. That's a piece of art right there. So